Hi there, welcome to Mr. Meal's Music. I'm Anthony Meal. It's time for the teacher tips and tricks version of Knock the Cymbals. Now if you haven't watched the game tutorial version of this video, make sure to check that out on my channel before you watch this, otherwise this next stuff will be awfully confusing. So now your kids know the basics of the song. They know the 4 verses, they know the knock the cymbals part, they know the right hand cross part, they know the left hand cross part, and they know the skip around part. Time to spice it up. If you have any sort of floor dots or anything like that, or big circular things that could just go on your carpet, that's really helpful for this next step. So if you have 5 groups of 4 kiddos, you'd put 5 floor dots around the room. Then you'd have each group go by one of those floor dots and get set up. With those floor dots, it is helpful if you can put numbers on them. So if you can have it go around the circle going 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Once you're all set up, make sure that you have the first A section kiddos that are moving in and moving out first. Make sure they're all facing in one direction. So they're facing the front of the room and the back of the room, and then the second A section people are facing the side of the room. That just helps keep it organized and a little less chaotic when the next step happens. So now that they're all ready to go, I would say I'm the caller. So the teacher's the caller, and at the end of each verse, the teacher can call out whatever the next verse is. So you could hypothetically do the knock the cymbals verse, and then do the knock the cymbals verse again, and then do the skip around verse. So the students are having to listen when they're going, "Hello, Susan Brown," and they're clapping, they're hearing what's coming next. So it's not always going to be the same pattern over and over. And then for the final challenge, during the skip around part, you'll have the first A section kiddos skip around and the second A section kiddos will skip around. But the first A section kids are going to wind up clockwise in the next floor dot. So if they're on floor dot number 1, by the time they're done skipping around and get to "Hello, Susan Brown," they're going to wind up on square dot number 2. Now, the second A section kiddos from floor dot number 1 would be skipping around as well, but they're going counterclockwise. So they're going from 1 backwards to number 5. So this way, by the time they're done skipping, they're going to be on the neighboring square dot with a new partner group, which is always a fun surprise for them because they're skipping around, they wind up in a new floor dot, and then they have a couple new neighbors. It's a really fun way to mix it up. It is challenging for them to visually, spatially figure out where they're traveling. So something I'll do during the skip around version, I'll have the partners actually skip together, either holding hands or linking elbows, to make sure that one of them doesn't get lost, because they're always going to be traveling with their original partner to the next dot. And that does it for the song Knock the Cymbals, the teacher tips and tricks version. If you have any comments or suggestions, please put them down below. Be sure to subscribe, and as always, share with all your teacher friends, and take care. Bye-bye.